Hello, I wanted to talk about a little bit what I've been doing for the last 2 years as far as 3D animation, 3D mapping, and virtual walkthroughs with 3D renderings. I'm sitting in front of a green screen right now, so if you want to turn it around there, I think I might put the beach behind me because that'd make me feel better to see the beach behind me. I'm actually about 15 minutes from the beach, but we actually never make it over there. But anyways, let me get back to what I was talking about. 3D modeling, 3D animation, and 3D renderings for site planning. Basically, we've sped up the process of site planning by cutting out the survey, cutting out the architect, the engineer for the conceptual process. Obviously, you still need an architect and an engineer for site approval and building permitting and everything like that. But for the conceptual side of things, traditionally architects are hired and engineers are hired for the conceptual side of it. But today with 3D animation and videography and video editing, it sells so much better, and it's so much better for the neighborhood approvals to actually see and feel what they're getting. And this is made possible by 3D mapping with drones, 3D mapping with satellite imagery, which is called photogrammetry. You could obtain distance, elevation, just through the photographs and GPS coordinates. So it's really speeding up and expediting the process of site planning. And where it was and where it's going is two different places. I remember growing up in my father's architectural firm. My father is William Henry. He's a successful architect in the Florida area. He's done more than $500 million worth of construction. I remember going up and seeing them on the drafting pad, and they draft out the site plans, the actual schematic design, the whole 9 yards, just with pencil and eraser. And today it's, you know, computers, 3D animation, 3D mapping. And now we can conceptualize what the buildings are going to look like without even having to design them. There's so many great designs that are already out there already. It's so much more cost efficient to just go and because if there's something that you're wanting to build or design, it's because you've seen something that you've liked. Well, let's just take what you've liked or what you've seen that you've liked and conceptualize it, and then conceptualize it on the actual topography. That way you can see what you're getting on the actual site. It looks so much better, and it appeals better to the neighborhood approvals. So let me give you an example of this. I'm going to play a couple videos right after I get done running my little spiel, but it's pretty late out. Look, you can see the sun's not out anymore. Actually, I got this windows covered up there, but actually a couple blocks from Bayshore right now. Never actually go out there and see the sunset and the sun rising. It'd be actually nice to spend some time going out there doing it, but I love doing these videos, and I'm just starting to get into new ways of networking and social marketing, so you know, go easy on me. This is my first social networking and marketing video that I'm going to be sharing. I've been working on these videos for the last 2 years, relentlessly, 14 hours a day. You know, how could I show them what it's going to look like on the actual property better than everybody else is doing, which is two-dimensional lines, representations of what it's going to look like. Why don't we just 3D map the area with drones, create the actual photogrammetry, and you can get, you know, distance and elevation accurate within an inch of accuracy, and 3D render it, and then you could even put on the VR goggles and walk through the property. And this is shortened, which usually took 2 to 3 months. We're doing this in 1 to 2 weeks, and it just saves the developers, the engineers, and the architects tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be sharing a little, you know, some secrets that I've got to expedite the process and make your renderings look better if you have architectural animators working in your office. How you can conceptualize on the large scale without having to spend the hours and hours and hours it takes to design these and make sure that, you know, that they're code compliant and they'd be stuff like that. You need, you know, there's information out there. AI has taken over everything. If you utilize the artificial intelligence, then you're going to win right now, because eventually they're going to win. You know, Terminators are going to take over everything. I mean, that's what I believe. I'm ready to surrender to my robot overlord right now. So anyways, catch me next time, my second YouTube or LinkedIn video. Please be gentle on this one. I'm just kidding. I love criticism, good and bad. Throw it my way. All right, see you later.